Hi students, welcome to this video session. Last we had couple of video sessions on organizing function. So in this video you will understand authority and responsibility. How this authority and responsibility is existing in the organization setup. See, the main agenda of this video is to find out different levels of managements and each level how authority is given, and in each level followed responsibilities of each and every managers on their positions. So how to allocate tasks and how to get things done with the function of organizing by incorporating the coordination and cooperation among all the jobs of the organizations. So in this direction we will understand briefly again the basic issue of organizing. We already understood organizing is nothing but arranging and structuring work to accomplish organizational goals. So we identify various activities, we develop structure among all the jobs, and at the same time and we direct all the activities towards accomplishment of organizational goals. So in this manner, if you see the most important the key elements of organizing function, as we have been discussing last couple of sessions, the organizing function starts with identification of activities, and this is with dividing work into specific jobs and different units, and classifying all the the jobs or activities into different work groups, and based on that we are going to develop departments, right, or divisions or sections in the organizations. Accordingly, we assign the tasks and responsibilities associated with the individual jobs, and at the same time we establish coordination activities and relationship among all the individual or group or departmental or designing structures of the different activities that are there in the organization system as a chart. So then at the same time we establish formal line of authority, and each and every position we are giving authority, and at the same time they have responsibility to accomplish the tasks. So then allocation and then deploying organizational resources among all the identified the jobs, and at the same time we delegate authority to different positions. So here there are two structures or two models of organizing, that is centralized and decentralized power and authority of the organizations. So in this way you can see the key elements, and then so in these key elements most important part is it is something related to the existence of authority or creation of authority, allocating authority to among all others, and then delegating that authority with the responsibility, and then looking at the centralization, decentralization. These are the key elements of this organizing function, and we are going to discuss these in detail in coming slides, as well as in coming the few video clips. So that is what we are going to do. So in this direction, if you see authority and responsibility, what is exactly and how it is. The authority refers to the rights inherent in a managerial positions to make decisions and give orders and utilize the resources, right? So authority is nothing but it is a kind of the positions or a job's inherent right, and to make decisions or to give orders or to pass on orders to others or utilize the resources which are there as a part of completing their the goals and then the tasks. So in this you can see that authority means it is a kind of accountability. So managers must report and then justify work results to the managers above them, because every manager is working under someone, so the manager is supposed to accomplish the tasks with accountability and then report to the higher levels. So being accountable means you have the responsibility for performing the assigned tasks. So that is what is accountability. So here another key important word is responsibility. Responsibility is the obligation you have to perform the tasks assigned to you. More authority come more responsibility. So here, so what is there? No? So when you have more authority, you have more responsibility. So then when you have more power on the organization, you will find sometimes more responsibility. Here, so there are two important words, terms that we are using, authority and power. So authority is called as a positional, the power, and whereas the power is something different, right? It is not related to the power, it is related to it is not related to the person, it is related to a kind of authority is always goes with the position. So that is what I want to say that. Whereas the power, it is not related to the job, it is related to the person's the personal characteristics. So the power comes out of individual the caliber and competences. So in that way you can understand the power and authorities. So here if you see that the job, how actually the authority, the allocation starts. So first of all we have to see the job design. So on each and every job, so how many jobs are there and what are the duties and responsibilities of each job. So accordingly we are developing the structure and then allocating authority to each and every position. So in that way you can see that the allocation of authority is nothing but the chain of command, span of control, delegation and decentralizations. These are the key issues of the job design in the organizing function. So when you look at further job design is something related to the number and kind and then variety of tasks that individuals, workers perform in doing their jobs. So in that way you can see that the job design has certain elements like work simplifications and job enlargement, job rotations and job enrichment, the team-based job design. So these are the certain elements of job design. When we are designing the job, so the first the feature is the job specification. That is all about a job composed of small parts of larger tasks or processes. So that is the job specialization. So then further if you see the job rotations, in the sense it is something really periodically we are moving workers from one place to another place, or one position to another position, or one job to another job. So the employees are just exposed and then learn various the skill sets of the different jobs when there is job rotations. So the job enlargement is something like increasing the number of tasks that a worker perform within one particular job. So that is one important aspect. So you can see that enlargement is we are just giving more tasks without changing the designation and then the package. So whereas job enrichment is like changing the designations and giving the new assignments and then even enhancing the pay package or even compensation. That is job enrichment. So job enlargement, job enrichment, job rotation, job specialization, all these are the various elements of job design. So it is a continuous process and then so it is all the times happens in the organizations. So in that way you can see that authority allocation, so that happens in terms of chain of command, span of control and delegation, centralizations. We will just understand all these in coming slides, and then especially we will be focusing more on delegation and centralization, decentralization in coming the two more video clips. So if you see here, the authority actually existing in the organization hierarchical authority. So at the top level you will find more authority and more accountability, more responsibility. So lower level you will find so less responsibility and then less authority is given to the lower level position. So here this is what we call the span of control. Span of controls are two types, the narrow and then wide. So narrow in the sense is the tall the type, and where it refers to the number of people reporting directly to the given manager. So that means the span of management in the sense how many people are reporting to one manager. So if there are the limited number of the managers, but the people are reporting more, managers are required. So in that case managers can communicate quickly to subordinates and then control them easily. So that means you will find there are more managers, and then you'll find more managers, less number of people to report. So that is what we call narrow or tall type of the span. So there you will find the quickly decisions are taken, and then less number of subordinates and more number of managers. That is one type of the span. And opposite to that, this wide or the flat type. So there you will find the less number of managers, more number of people to report. So there in the different environment you will see it exists, and then so that is another type of the span of control exists in the organizations. So in that way you can see that there are two types of spans. Like the first one is example for the wide span of control, where you have so many the lower level there are so many the people, right, and you will find a lot of advantages out of it. So at the same time, if you see the the narrow in the sense, here you will find some of the issues very pertinent, that the narrow span of control allows a managers to communicate quickly with the employees under them and then control them more easily. So that is the benefit of the narrow. So then at the same time, feedback of the ideas from the workers will be more effective in case of narrow, whereas in wide you will find more people, and the span of control is very wide. So there are more people. So then you will find the feedback system is not that much effective in this the conditions. So in that way you can see that the span of control in terms of the existence of authority and giving authority different level. So that happens. So with this, let me stop here, and then we just look forward to listen the next video. So 28, I think probably we'll be discussing about the delegation of authorities, how we delegate authorities to different levels of people. What is the delegation? So those things we'll discuss in the coming slide, video 28. Right. So thank you very much, and looking forward to meet you in video 28.